cool being here at the skate park. I got here a little early so I could eat shit a few times before you got here. And yeah, yummy. I also climbed up that tree, which was pretty cool.
Did you really?
Because it's like a
shoe tree. Broken skateboard shoe tree.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet.
You didn't add to it? You seem to have both your shoes on.
No, yeah, I got both my shoes on. Next time I'll bring a pair of shoes that I've retired.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of against the rules of decorating something with your shoes. It has to be shoes that you're wearing. And you have to
that you destroyed at the skate park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with broken board. You break the board
and
then you give it to the sacrificial
There's a couple inner tubes, like bike inner tubes up there.
I think that's like the BMX version.
Mm-hmm. And there's a Santa Claus. That's that red thing right there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a Santa Claus doll.
A full Santa Claus.
Yeah, someone fucked up their Santa Claus while they were here.
Oh, shame.
Mm-hmm. Double check this framing. Perfect. Cool. I love getting stared at.
You're asking for it.
That's true.
Like, why are people looking at us?
Yeah,
I'm just talking about the weather.
I'm just yelling toward the parking lot.
75, it's sunny.
I haven't been to this skate park since I was young, like 18 style, just before 18. Because when I was 18, that's when I broke my leg on that big longboard I was showing you. And yeah, we used to come here and just rip it up. There was a kid named Ziggy who would come here on his. We would bring a wheelchair.
Did he use a wheelchair?
No,
normally?
we found it.
Okay.
And
you guys are pre-times. That's like a thing now. Kids like ripping it up, but like who already use wheelchairs.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, we were.
But you like push each other around and.
Yeah, he went down the big pyramid in the middle. He went down that backwards and hit his head pretty hard. Yeah. Just
how's he doing?
He's a dude named Ziggy.
Yeah, so he was already head injured from child.
Just that's what I go by.
Oh,
cool.
No.
Hey, hello everybody, and thank you for joining us here on How Day You Do. Boom, it's right up there. Today we are joined by guest Chandra Timm. Which label do you? I know labels are bad, but which thing do you go by? Like, what's your order? Like artist, shredder, derby. Like, what's the thing that you want to be
like
first?
Skater, yeah.
Skater.
Skater, and then probably like artist, and then like dweller after that. I don't know.
Dweller.
Like travel dweller. I don't know.
I just live places.
Yeah. Right now, I live at the Kaiser Skate Park.
Hell yeah. This is where you live, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, I live right here.
Hell yeah.
There was a guy yesterday. I was parked on a random residential. I'm just like brushing my teeth. He pulls up behind me, and then I just kind of like stop brushing my teeth and get out. And he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just had to park." And I was just like, "Wow, he's apologizing to me. I'm like living in front of his house."
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just an understood thing of like, oh, well, I mean, people live in their cars now and it's not bad.
Yeah, so he's like, "Whoa, I was trespassing." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, get off my property.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Anyways, yeah, skater first, I would think.
Cool.
For me, because that's what I do most of the time.
Yeah, you were. I mean, if you check out Chandra, Red Riot, how many R's?
3, like Riot Girl. 3
Okay.
R's.
Red RRR.
IoT.
IoT. Check out her Instagram if you want to see her skate everywhere. But one of your things that you want to accomplish today is that thing over there. I'll film it later, but
a slide over the keyhole.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, it's huge. I wouldn't do it, and if you mess up, you're falling horizontally about 12 feet onto concrete.
Yeah.
And that's something that
you're hyping me up real good. I'm making me excited.
You're super excited.
You're
yeah.
making me not scared at all.
Yeah, I was doing a little quarter pipe bowl over there.
Yeah, you were pumping the little bowl.
I was pumping the bowl,
yeah.
and I mean his trucks are going up over the lip, and I can't get that far.
He's rocking to fakie.
Oof, no, he's killing it.
He's got the knee pads and the
Can't
confidence. That's
do
really,
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this show is about how do you function throughout your entire day. So how do you wake up? Are you like do you have a phone that
No.
alarm goes off, or do you
I
just
wake
go
up
like
organically?
Sunlight is hitting my
Yeah.
skin. I can feel it. My body is starting to.
Honestly, depending where I'm like living that night, because if I park at like a truck stop, I wake up just because it's just like so like loud.
Firm.
You know, whatever. But yeah, I usually wake up like between 7:30 and 8 just because like the sun comes out, the world is awake, so that wakes me up. Yeah, so and then usually my first instinct is, or I wake up because my body's like, hey, I need to make some room for food. And so I wake up like, I got to figure that out. And so coffee and poop are like my priority.
That's number one.
Yeah.
I guess that's everybody's number one.
That's my homegirl.
But oh yeah?
Yes, sorry.
Cool.
That's Tati.
Oh, nice.
Anyways.
But everybody's, first thing is get coffee, go poop.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's
that
not,
everybody's though? I think it's just ours, and so we think everybody's like that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody should be just like this.
Agreed. Should.
But yeah, so it's kind of an adventure every day. You're like, where do I do this? Do you? Yeah. I mean, how many times
have I pooped in a bag?
Have you? Actually, that's something that this is gross or whatever, but I think I would. Just because science, and stuff,
okay.
I want to get like a dog shit bag, and I want to just put it right here and see how that goes. There's
like van people who do that, and I'm not that person, but I heard it's a thing.
Do you have to have two? Because you pee also.
Well, I don't. The shit bag thing was like I haven't done that, but I've been told that I should preemptively have dog shit bags for the case in which I can't find a functioning toilet.
How many times have you pooped outside?
Like, what do you mean in my life? Today?
Oh, okay. So it's
okay. I will say for being like nomadic and like one with nature, I don't like shitting outside, but that's because you can't actually relax and like you're just like holding yourself up and squatting and trying not to get on your feet, and then you're like looking around. I want to be able to like sit and chill, like So I don't poop outside as much as I could.
I pooped outside one time, and I was up at the San
Ever?
Yeah.
Do you camp?
It was while camping.
Like at the one time?
I guess the one time that I can remember. Maybe I just hold it. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so I was with my friends. We were camping, and I go, to walk away from the campsite, and I do the thing where, you pull down your pants. Yep. Sorry to get so visual. Pull down your pants right here, and I just pooped, and then I just peed my pants.
What are you talking?
I forgot that I pee right then at the same time, so I do this, and then I come back. No, I come back, and my friends are like, "You just went to go piss yourself?" And I was like, "No,
You pulled down your pants to piss?
I pooped, and I just didn't think about the fact that I pee. So
good.
Then I just went and jumped in the water real quick with my clothes on.
That's fucking
That's
funny.
the only way to do
laundry. You should have just shit your pants. That would have been even better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you had known.
If I had known that I was gonna cover myself in pee, I would have just pooped and been like, "Hey guys, look at this! Isn't that crazy?"
Oh my god, that's funny.
Okay, so you wake up.
Yeah.
Do your poop and coffee?
Yeah.
I
wake up and I'm like, okay, where am I? Where are my needs? Like if I'm at a truck stop, there's already a bathroom, so I'm like, sick. Bueno. If I'm like in the city, I'm like, okay, like is there the local gym I can use? Like whatever. It's pretty strategic.
Do you have a gym membership?
Oh yeah.
Is it like a 24-hour fitness or?
No. Little.
What's the other one?
Little Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
So you pay $30 and you have access to all of them across the country, and it's pretty sweet.
24 hours?
Most of them, because the last year everything's been kind of wonky as to what's open, what's not. So they're like, not all of them are 24 hours right now, but usually yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And honestly, there's so many like dwelly van people who use Planet Fitness that I feel like people don't even. I show up and I've got a yoga mat, like, hey, I'm totally not here just to shit. But other people just show up like flip flops and a bag of like shower stuff, and they're like, hey, I'm here to shit. And the people there don't care. They're just like, yeah, we know. Like, we know about you guys. So, yeah.
Cool.
Good. Okay. So
that's.
So I become efficient, lighten, in, release, and then put in. Okay. Yeah, that's the beginning.
Okay. So is your next thing just like find a place to go skate?
Yeah, legit. So usually I'm like somewhere strategically already. Like today I stayed in Salem, so I already knew. I'm like, cool, all day I'm gonna be at Kaiser. So and then I'll find shade is important, so I try to find a shady park spot. I don't really do breakfast because I just keep drinking copious coffee, and then at like 2 o'clock I'm like, why am I like this? So yeah, and
about ready to kill people, and then you're like, oh yeah,
or I'm just
I'll have some food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's how I get if I don't eat. In the afternoon, I'm like, why am I so mad?
But every time you're like, why is it like this? But it's the same thing every day, at least for me.
Same exact thing. Yeah. And then I'll get like Emma's like, have you eaten yet? I'm like,
Damn.
Shut up.
Revolutionary.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty great. That I just keep looking at it, the keyhole thing. It scares me so bad. So,
did you see the googly eyes on it? There's 2 tiny googly eyes, so it looks like a big mouth.
Are they spaced out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a big
yeah, okay,
mouth.
I can see that.
Yeah, they should be bigger, but somebody tried.
No,
They've been
great.
there for a while.
It's good
now.
enough.
Yeah.
They're googly, though?
I mean,
they can't wiggle because it doesn't wiggle. It's cement.
Yeah.
You can't, like...
So I guess they're just eyes.
Nah.
Yeah.
They would Google if it shook. If there's an earthquake, it's going to be hilarious.
Well, it'd be funny to get like a white paint pen and then do teeth.
Oh, for sure.
And then it would help show that there's eyeballs. But yeah, there it is. I've gone over it. I've already gone over it. See the space? I've ridden that part. But now I want to go on top of it.
You want to grind the rail up there.
Of it, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, we'll get some B-roll to put over this part so people can understand what that looks like. Man, it's crazy. Cool. So how much time do you spend at the skate park? You just all day?
I mean, I guess it depends where I'm at or how I'm feeling. But yeah, I mean, I'll skate for a couple hours and then come and like chill, or somebody will show up, and then I have friends all over. I make friends pretty easily, and then like sit around the shade for a little bit and then go back. And yeah, it's kind of what I space it out, but it's kind of what I do all day. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How do you earn money? That might be too personal.
Oh, no, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm a Jane of many trades.
Yeah.
I really... God, fly.
The art thing definitely seems like it could come through, but I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to, like, do some side hustle, like, commissions, or I've been really into sewing lately. So, like, sew my curtains and sew all my clothes. And I just do that for myself. And recently I had a friend who's like, can I pay you to sew my jacket? And I was like, what are you talking? Like, what? It didn't even go in my brain. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. She's like, that is sick. Don't have the skills. I pay you. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing that lately, just like sewing jackets or modifying things and selling them. And no matter where I'm at, I can ship them to people. But that's just totally like a side thing. I mostly hunker down for a season, like usually the fall, and work on a farm. And then I just save all that money and try to live off it the rest of the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because like not having rent and a lot of things, you're living pretty cheap.
Yeah, dude. And when I was on my bicycle, it was so cheap because literally my gas was just my food.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay. So, yeah, because you're just buying food.
And that is my fuel.
That's your gas, yeah.
For me and everything. Yeah.
So, you had this party at your house, and you're like, this is my party, and I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, huh? It kind of was a surprise to people,
Oops.
it seemed.
Oops.
And they're like, what do you mean you're leaving? And you're like, yeah, I'm not fucking out of here.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, cool. Where are you going? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, how you going? And you're like, I got a bike.
Yeah.
Like, are you going like across town? You're like, no. I'm going
I don't know.
so far. And then it was really fun to follow your journey, your trip, your whole thing. Because you did put it on Instagram, and it was really fun to watch. So what?
How what?
Yeah.
Why?
How do you just decide like, I mean, I have a bike.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, maybe. You got a longboard too. What? That would be next level. Okay, about me.
That'd be really fun.
So yeah, I normally would travel in the winter for a couple months to like sunnier places, less expensive places, and then come back to Salem and like hustle and work and do whatever, you know? And I was like, dang, like I'm always so happy when I'm like not in one place. So how can I do that all the time? Goddamn flies killing me. So anywho, yeah, I just thought what's a really efficient way to be able to just travel and make that my lifestyle. And my sibling had done a bike tour in Europe, and I was like, well, if they can do it, like I can do it. And they were like, yeah, it's great. Like your bike carries all your weight versus walking. You have to, figure that out, and that can fuck with your back, and you want to be super lightweight. Versus like a bike is fast enough. Like in a day,
once you get the momentum going.
Yeah, you could go like an easy day would be like 30 miles. Walking 30 miles, hell no.
That's crazy.
A hard day for me, and I'm like hella amateur. Like the most I've done is 74, but that's like, I mean, that's some distance. You know? So anyways, I just thought, okay, well, a bike is cheap because food is my fuel. It's fast enough, but it's slow enough. Like driving so fast, dude. We could get to San Francisco tonight. You could just like, brr, and you're like in a little bubble. You're not like smelling and experiencing the world. And so yeah, I don't know. I was just like, fuck it. Okay, I'll try it. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I just bike and then strap
Just
stuff
do
on
it.
Yeah, and I just did it. And then I did it for like 7 months. But not just biking. Like I met somebody in a van and we traveled together. And then I worked on a farm for a little bit. And I just kind of, but the main mode was the bike. And then I was in Arizona with like little money, and the beginning of COVID happened where everyone, their mom's like, the plague. Nobody knew what was happening. And so I was like scared. I'm like, yo, everything's closed. I don't fucking know anybody. So I hustled back on a train to Salem and then worked for a couple months. And then I was like, shit, this is going to go on for a while. And so then I bought a van, which is faster.
Faster than the bike?
Faster than a bike. And I need more than food, apparently. I tried doing the food only thing, and it doesn't. It needs gas. Yeah.
You get that biodiesel modification.
Well, maybe with the bus. If I get a bus, a diesel, baby.
Yeah, I'll talk to Leroy for you. Yeah. I'll just have him give it to you.
Oh, dude, sick.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey,
thank you, Leroy.
Just give me that bus.
Sick.
Yeah, I'll let him know that I'm sending you his way earlier. Well, cool. So was that during the bike trip was when you found that bus to go paint, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That was so cool,
dude. So not even on purpose.
Because it was just awesome. Because you're like, here's a bus. I'm gonna paint it, and then it was like, okay, well, what's nice about you is when you say you're gonna do something, it happens.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you're like, I'm gonna paint it, and I was like, oh, cool, this is gonna be great. And so every day it was like, here's the section I painted, and it was just that was so fucking cool to watch.
Dude, that was like.
Tell me about that.
I could die happy kind of thing, you know. On that, sorry, it's flies fucking killing me. On that trip, okay. 2 things happened where I was like, I guess I could just die happy now, because I've been like, if I could get paid to skate and if I could get paid to paint, kill me. And that happened on that trip. Yo, so.
How'd you get paid to skate?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to rewind. We'll get to the bus.
Yeah, do it.
But I'm like riding my bicycle around, being like a little hippie, derp, whatever. And my friend who roller skates in Bend was like, yo, I just got contacted by Sony. They do this big event every year in Sun River where they test out all these new products, and these photographers from all over the world come, and it's this really big deal. And they want.
Oh, yeah, there's a big Sony Bend studio right there.
Yeah, and they want. Like they have different kind of models like acrobatics and like fire people, and they wanted roller skaters. And they reached out to her, and she was like, they're gonna pay us blank $100 every day, several $100s, and they just, you're a model, they do your makeup, and you roller skate. And I'm like, and so yeah, I got paid $700 to just be pretty and roller. And I was trying to do all these tricks, great. And they're like, can you stop with the tricks? Can you just be? And I was like,
you're like, no, I'm a fucking hardcore shredder,
like,
dude.
You want me to jump over you? Okay, so then I was just like, all these LA makeup artists and fake eyelashes, and I was just like, I am a roller skater. And so that happened. Got paid to skate. Sick.
Got paid to stand on skates.
Legit.
That's fun though, because I mean, it's 2 things. It's fun, but you also want to be like, yo, I can rip it up out here.
I could, yeah.
And they're like, no, that's not necessary.
There was a couple of photographers that I got to jump over, and they were just like, this is crazy.
That's great.
I'm like, you signed a waiver. Yeah, and then the bus thing, that wasn't even on purpose. Like, I do work exchange when I travel to keep my costs low. So, like, go on a farm and milk goats in exchange to, like, stay there and drink the goat milk or whatever.
Okay, so let me pause that. How do you approach that? Do you just walk up to a farm and go,
hello,
I have
hands.
Can I touch your goat's tits?
Yeah. Well, there's like online resources that like compile these things. So like Woofing is one, and Workaway. There you pay a membership fee like $30 a year to get access to the contact information for these farmers. And it's good for farmers because a lot of people don't necessarily make money off their property, but they can't do it alone. So it's like a win-win. Like they get help, but they get to feed you instead of pay you. Because they have lots of food, but not necessarily money. So yeah, this was a property out in Arizona that actually did make money. They're a date farm, and they have like a food bistro stand. And so I called them, was like, I'm on a bike trip, I'm gonna come out there. And they're like, cool, well, anything over 20 hours if you want. 20 hours is the minimum for the exchange, but anything over, we'll pay you. And I was like, sick, I like money. So I went out there, and I thought in my head I was gonna be working in the bistro. And they were like, well, we want to like hone in on any special skills you have. And I was like, I just work hard. I don't know. I just like to roller skate. And then I was like, well, actually, I consider myself an artist. And they're like, really? You want to paint that RV over there? And I was like, what? And they're like, anything you want. Here's our Home Depot credit card. We trust you. And I'm like, am I going to is this the end? Do I get?
Is this a joke? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be like, you guys are fucking with me.
And legit,
I'm gonna take your card, and then there's gonna be a cop behind me.
Borrowed their
Gonna
van.
get arrested.
Went to Home Depot, picked out my color scheme because
Here,
night,
houseless person.
Yes.
Take our car and credit card.
They were so rad though, and legit the next 2 weeks,
of course.
sunrise to sunset, I was just like obsessed painting, and I almost felt like bad that I was getting paid. I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting paid. I was like, is this okay? And they kept being like, you're amazing, thank you. And I'm like,
It was amazing.
And even when they gave me cash money, I was like, where's the LOL? Like I was just like,
Yeah,
no way.
Fake money. Oh no, real money.
I got
Okay.
paid real ass money, and yeah, it was such a pleasure project.
That's
dude.
so. I mean, like, there's been people that are like, hey, I have like some video footage and I don't know how to edit shit.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
can you do this? I'll give you money. And I'm like, what? What? I love editing. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, no, yes. I need a lot of money for this. It's hard work for me.
But that's good though that you have people in your life who see your skill and want to do a monetary exchange, because I think that it's more, you have a photography friend, or I'm sure you have this all the time. People are like, hey, you have like a setup, can you help me? And just kind of assume that because you're a friend that you will help them, which you probably will. But instead of being like, hey, I value your skill, can I give you monetary goods for it?
Yeah, it's almost better when someone who's not your friend
Yeah.
sees your work.
Because you're like,
Because friends are like, hey, you want to produce this whole show for me?
like homie hookup. Yeah.
I'm like,
You're like, I love you.
for one, I rarely say no.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I would love to.
Noted.
Because I fucking love producing shows, and making shit is so fun. And I don't, when I get money for comedy, I feel like I'm cheating.
Yeah. Because you
I'm
like
just-
it.
I love it. And
Yeah.
and all I do is go, I'm doing this, and then someone goes, here's money.
Okay.
That's weird. But
That's
yeah,
rad, though.
it's great. So all day long, you're painting this fucking awesome RV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool because I remember like there's different sections of it that
Yeah.
are painted differently, or like just a different design in that area.
Yeah, I had like
It's all
kind of
from memory
sun
now.
style on one where it was like rainbow and like baby blue and like sun and flowers, and then the other
lot of
side that was
yellow.
kind of like a little darker, and it had like shooting stars and like cacti, and so it was like they were the same but different, and it was cool because this spot was the area I was in very like snowbird touristy, so there'd be a bunch of
Kind
people
of like a Sun River.
totally, but like down in Arizona, so people from like Minnesota, Canada with their big old RVs come down, and they're just like watching me with beers like, whoa, this is cool, blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm getting paid. It was
that's so
super rad,
cool.
and legit like sunrise to sunset, like all I wanted to do. It's crazy though how much time that took me. 2 weeks, which in my brain I even told him, I was like, couple days, no big deal, but that thing was big, and
Well,
you're
yeah.
doing like double layers,
And so that's 2 weeks, and does that get you to the 20 hours and then they pay you extra?
yeah,
So that puts you into that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty great.
it was.
So you're
pretty
getting
rad.
what, housing?
Yeah,
a
I
place to
stayed in
stay.
the RV.
That's awesome,
Yep. So sick.
man.
Good food too.
So is it just a piece of their property now, the RV?
Yeah, they want to rebuild the inside and turn to like an Airbnb, but the art part of it makes it was just like on their property, like kind of a dumpy RV, and now it's like, whoa, like I want to stay in that just from the outside, So I think I haven't checked in on them because it's been almost 2 years now, but they want to turn it to like Airbnb style because, like I said, tourists. They got a lot of tourists out there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you end up doing any farm work?
On that property?
Mhm.
No.
Just-
I literally the whole 2 weeks I was there, I
just
just
an
painted.
artist.
The day I finished, the next day I had an opportunity to I was meeting a friend in Phoenix for like a skate trip. She was flying down, like to skip out on the Oregon sap weather, and I was like, come down to Arizona. So I thought in my head,
she likes to skate.
Yeah.
Can't skate in Oregon
it's
right
all
now.
wet and sad. Yeah.
Okay.
So she flew down for like 5 days, and I was like, cool. But I didn't think it would take me 2 weeks to paint that, and I had the bike to Arizona, which was going to take me a couple days because it was like far away. And so legit, the day I was done painting, the next day I was like, I have to go now. Bye. Thank you so much. That was amazing. So no, I didn't do any farm work. But I thought I
Wow.
was going to go back. And they have a slug bus that they want me to paint. And then I ended up not going back last year because, shift the plans in life and
Mhm.
whatever. But
Now you can take your van there.
now I can take my van there or buy their bus or
Or
something.
paint your
you know?
fucking van.
Paint my fucking van. I don't want to be in this van anymore. The minivan life was cool. It's like super low key. It's super cheap. Nobody thinks you live in there. And people are like,
Yeah.
minivan. And you're like, shut the fuck up, hipster. And you open and you're like, cheetah. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, I want to look at, I can't, am I standing? I just can't stand, you know, like, I want to stand. Yeah.
Yeah. A bus would be,
More
bus would be good.
standable.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And maybe it'll slow me down. I go really fast in life. I'm just like I'm going to Bend in a couple days. I'm here and then I'm and maybe having something with 10 miles to the gallon will make me like a little chill. We'll see.
You mean like instead of like going everywhere all the time, make you just like
Go to a place for a
be
little
there
bit.
for a bit, yeah.
We'll see.
Because also if you can live in it and be comfortable living in it,
then I won't.
that's way different.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see.
Because I mean, yeah, this is
The
this
plan-
is a studio
The plan
nomad
changes.
life.
Oh, yeah. The plan is always kind of, because who knows? Maybe next week I'll be like, just kidding. I'm hitchhiking to, you know, whatever. Who
You
knows?
gonna hitchhike?
I have, but not as like, not alone long term. But I've had such good experiences hitchhiking that I'm scared to, this sounds dumb, but now I'm scared because I'm like, okay, chances are, if I've done it 80 times, I've had good experiences.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 20% chance I'm like increasing my odds of like
Yeah.
wrong thing happening.
Mhm.
You know, I've had really good experiences. I've had weird stuff,
But I
but nothing
mean,
bad.
okay, so you're taking it at your own pace, so you're learning the ropes of hitchhiking. So
Right now?
I mean, sure. No, I don't know.
I've done it. I've got it.
Okay,
Back pocket.
boom. So yeah, you know how to 80 times?
I mean,
Is that like a hypothetical?
I don't count. I don't know.
I did it once, and I got in trouble because my little league game was canceled, but I got dropped off at the field, but there's still people there. So it was like 4 miles away from my house, and I was like 12, and I was like, I
You did the thumb out and everything?
oh yeah.
In
and
the
I was
city.
like, I think this works. So I start walking home, my whole baseball gear just boop, and then some lady pulls over, and it's just a kid's mom that's on my team.
And she's like,
And
you're in
she's
trouble, mister.
She's like,
Mr.
get
Johnson.
in my car, and I was like, thanks.
It
And
works.
Then, yeah, then I got in, and she was just like, you cannot be doing that. And then just
What a bitch.
pretty much, I mean, yeah.
She was
But I mean, I would probably panic, freak out at my daughter.
yeah, how old is your daughter?
She's 9.
Well, 9, duh.
That's
12, though.
12. I mean, if she was 12, if she was 20, I'd probably still be really upset.
Yeah, I
that's-
took my sibling hitchhiking with me when they were 15, but it was like a day trip. I was like, because they've always like wanted like to travel and like, man, like do the things that older sisters gotten to do.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, we'll go to the beach, like day trip. And
Hitchhike?
Yeah.
We'll just hitchhike to the beach.
I mean, because driving's
mean-
like, oh, you're just there. It's like the bike thing. It's like, it's slow, but it's fast. Like, if you just drive
more
to
of
the
an
beach, you
experience.
drove there and then you drove back. But if
That's
you
true.
hitchhike, it's more of a story. It's
there's-
experience. And
There's something about driving to the beach that I'm like a big fuddy-duddy about it.
What's a
A fuddy-duddy. Someone who's just like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want
to drive to the beach? Or driving or beach or which of those
driving
things?
to the beach, hanging out at the beach, and then driving home.
Oh, okay.
That experience to me sucks
Oh, okay.
because I like being at the beach.
What if you're not the driver?
I don't like having sand in my car.
Oh.
That
So
drives me crazy.
that's funny because it never goes away.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm from Florida, so it's like everybody has sand in every piece of their car and shoes and everywhere. So I don't know. It's just something that I had to get used to.
That's funny. I didn't
Just-
know you're from Florida. How long have you been here?
Since I don't know, a while. I
Long enough?
grew up in Florida and then moved here in like 4th grade,
Mm.
and then went back when I was 18. Stayed there for a few years.
Okay.
Came back.
Noted.
Yeah, I love Florida.
You don't like sand.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
There's a lot.
I love Florida and the beach of it, but I don't like sand in my shit.
Okay. Yeah.
I like in my shit.
Yeah.
But I like to go be in the sand, but like, I don't know. There's just people that they'll just bring it back to their car and they're like, that's sand. It's fine. You're probably like that.
I mean.
Yeah. Ah, get out of my shit. I don't want to. I'm just grinding on.
Yeah, I definitely don't care. that
Gotta
much.
have a certain type of floor. Also, I'm just thinking about it on like wood floor. It just Yeah, fuddy-duddy. See that? See
Yeah.
that? See my behavior? I'm
I
like,
didn't
I'm
even
getting
know
all
what that
worked
meant,
up.
and now I
I'm
like have a full
I just-
definition, like IRL.
Just
Boom.
fucking, it's like it's in your pockets. It's all fucking
FD.
everywhere. It's you bite down. You accidentally bite a thing of sand. Ugh.
You don't know if it's your tooth. That's how I feel whenever you accidentally eat a little sand. You're like, is that a little bit of my tooth or is that sand?
Yeah, because that's what it feels like when you
But
chip
then
a
it's
tooth.
salty, so you're like, okay. Yeah, exactly.
So it is a tooth.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, hitchhiking.
Yeah, hitchhiking. That's.
Yeah. You just.
That's
It's
scary
like
shit.
okay, yeah. Like I said, you could just be like, well, I'm gonna go drive to Grants Pass, or you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna hitchhike to Grants Pass. And I will say, I didn't do it by myself.
When's
at first?
How long ago was the last time you hitchhiked?
My bike trip in Arizona, so like a year and a half ago. Well, okay, so check it out. There was a homie had just bought a house in Lake Havasu, and she was like, "Hey, I heard you're in Arizona. I've got this fully furnished home with a bunch of food in it, and I'll give you the code if you want to like stay there. And when you're on a bike, like camping and stuff, like a bath and like a refrigerator." So I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go there." But it was like 90 miles, and on a bike that would take me and it was like on a bike 2 days minimum. Because just the elevation gain, and I'm not, and you're heavy, but I'm not that fast. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
but I
some
had
people going up hills and they're just like, ugh.
yeah. Just walk
I'm like,
it. Just get off and walk it, baby. What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess yeah.
But I was on a time thing, so I was meeting my friend in Phoenix. So I only had like 4 days. So I was like, oh, 2 of those days is just gonna be getting there, and then I have to bike back. So I was like, or 90 miles hitchhiking, that's an hour. So I was like, okay. So I was in this town. It was a little fib, a little white lie. Because I was staying in this RV space with a bunch of old people. And I knew if I was like, goodbye, can I leave my stuff? I'm going to go hitchhike. They'd be like, ugh. So I was like, hey, can I leave my stuff here? My friend's going to pick me up and we're going to go to Lake Havasu. And they were like, great. And they locked up my stuff. Except I had my roller skates and like a little bag with my clothes. And I locked up all my stuff in their shed. And I was like, I'll be back in a couple days. And then it's a one-way highway, so you have to break it down in your head like, okay, chances are everyone that's on this highway is going to Lake Havasu because there's nothing between there. It's just nothing, basically. And, yeah.
So how long did you have your thumb out?
Not long at all. Okay, so the first lady who picked me up, she was an older woman, and she just talked to me about, like...
Perfect person to pick you up.
Yeah, she was, like... talking to me about how she's like, oh, at least you're wearing clothes and it's not nighttime. Some of the girls who hitchhike out here, I'm like worried about them. And then she talked to me about all of her guns that she owns. She's a proud old woman gun owner. And then she dropped me off.
I'm trying to picture an old lady holding a gun.
Why are you hitchhiking
Guns
at
are
night with
heavy.
shorts on? Yeah, and then I will say the people who picked me up after that, I was like, it was one of those where it's like, it was one of those where I'm like, I'm pushing the edge, where I'm taking risks here. Like, because usually you want to, like, take a second to be like, hello, how are you? Where are you going? And kind of vibe them out. But lady,
Get in.
homegirl dropped me off. I had my roller skates in my bag. And as I'm just start walking, this truck pulls over, and it's these two dudes. And they roll down, and they're like, get in. And I'm like, you're supposed to ask where I'm going. You can't just say get in. Well, you can, but then it's creepy because you're like, you don't care where I'm going is basically what you're saying. Although, like I said, this highway only goes to one place.
So what about you in that moment? Like, is it just kind of an awkward thing? That's why you
in that moment,
do get in?
alarms are going off in me that are saying like danger, danger, and I'm like, shut the fuck up! Like,
I gotta get somewhere.
AC truck, I gotta get somewhere. So I was like, where you guys going? They're like, and I was like, cool, me too. And then I get in, and
I hope that's how you guys actually spoke to each other.
I mean,
Cool.
Arizona. You have to talk like a local. I don't know. Anywhoozle. So yeah, and then it's a weird thing where there was alarms going off once I get in. I'm like, this is not good, Chandra. This is not good. Where they have the radio on really loud, but it's commercials and it doesn't bother them. That to me is
That's crazy people
red
stuff.
flag. Exactly.
Crazy
We're
stuff.
just like Domingo, Saturday, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, hey, so, how are you? And I'm like, do you guys not, there's the rate,
Yeah,
and that was to me,
how do people's brains do that?
I feel like it was a drug thing. It made me be like, you're on drugs is what it made me think.
That's true.
And, so yeah, then they were just talking to me about, talking about all this just stuff that doesn't add up. Like, oh yeah, we rented this truck and then we're doing this, and just yelling at me over the radio, and I'm like, cool. But here's where big kid red flag. Homeboy was like, I'm like, yeah, so what are you guys doing? And he's like, oh, we just like to pick up random girl hitchhikers. And I was like,
good time for jokes,
I was like,
dude.
you're not supposed to say that. And his friend's like, dude, you're not supposed to say that. And he's like, I'm joking. And I was like, yeah, this is great. But then homeboy who weirded me out was talking about his daughter, who was like more or less my age, and I was like instinct, and he was like, Honan, talk about relate to the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a daughter.
Yeah.
I have a dad just like you, father.
Yeah.
My dad. You have daughter. I am daughter. Yeah, and then it was just like a weird, awkward.
In fact, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, granddaughter. Yeah, and then there was another thing where dude's like, oh, it's a rental, so I can't smoke. I'm gonna pull over and smoke a cigarette, and that's in my head where I'm
That's
like,
weird.
in my head, I was like, I'm going to have to run out when they pull over. And then he kept being, oh, I missed a turn. He kept being, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm like kind of just like diddling my hand. And then we get to the city and they drop me off the skate park. And they're like, we could watch you skate. I was like, no, my friend's coming. Thank you. Goodbye. And then when they left, I was just like, whew. And that was the last time I hitchhiked. And I was like, girl, you're pushing it. Because it was okay, but it could have been not
even,
okay.
Yeah, even just the story is like, whew, there's so many points where it's like, yeah,
like
that's
I've
some
never
scary
had
shit.
bad, but I've had several those where you're like, ooh, a little on edge. Like could have been bad, but wasn't.
Yeah.
Could have. A lot of good people though. There's a lot of people, especially when I was younger too, but just being like a female, younger, solo, especially solo, people who were just like, I couldn't drive past you. I've got a daughter, and I was like, cool. I am a daughter. Like, that's great. Yeah,
I
like
mean,
good people who
that side is
don't
good,
want
yeah.
bad people to pick you up. They preemptively are like, I could not get a weirdo picking you up. And I was like, sick, where are you going? So, yeah.
I wouldn't want someone picking you up and taking you to their house and putting you in their basement and chopping you up in a little bit, and they just go too far with it. You're like, oh, cool, you're the other way.
Yeah.
You're too far the other side.
And then the gut was like, I told you. I was like, sorry. I need to get somewhere.
Oh, man. That's,
Yeah.
There's
good people though.
Yep, that's good. I'm
a lot
glad.
of good people, I swear.
I'd still, you know what? Is it on my forehead?
No.
Oh, it was just a second ago. Okay.
It's the one fly. It's not multiple.
Yeah. Once Chandra opened up her van, a bunch
Stop.
of thousands of flies came out of it for some reason.
Stop it.
There's just one left. Lives here. Yeah, crazy. Hitchhiking's nuts. That's crazy. So is that the furthest distance you've hitchhiked? Farthest?
No, I had traveled with a partner. Our mission was like, that was our mode, was hitchhiking. We hitchhiked through Oregon and California, and then we went to Hawaii and hitchhiked on Maui, and so that was like several months.
How do you hitchhike to Hawaii?
Well, we like at the airport, just No, the tickets were really cheap, but it was me being like forever.
Hawaii?
Yeah, at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was in 2007, 16, 14, 2015. It was
a while ago.
Yeah. It was winter, and it was one of those things where tickets were super cheap, and we went out there and met up with a couple of other friends. And on, at least on Maui, I don't know about the rest of Hawaii, it's one of those things where hitchhiking is so normal. There was 4 of us, and we had instruments, and it's either you had a truck or you were somebody getting in the back of a truck. It was just, people aren't like, here people are very scared.
That's how it is in Florida. Florida's pretty standard with that kind of stuff. You always see people in the back of trucks, and like you'll just see people like hit the back, like at the side of a truck and be like, hey, can I get a ride across town?
Yeah.
Is that where you're going? Drop me off at Lowe's.
Yeah. I feel like, you're people think like being a hitchhiker is scary, but also people are scared of picking up hitchhikers. Like everyone's scared of everyone. They're just like, what if you pick up a murderer?
Everybody's a possible murderer,
Everyone's a fucking murderer.
Whether you're a driver or a passenger. It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the most, that was a lot of distance we did in several months. So, but solo, I've just gone, Grants Pass and back would be the longest I've gone.
How far is that?
Southern Oregon, I don't know.
Okay.
A couple hundred miles.
And back.
Yeah. But I went back with a friend. I went down there, got a friend. She's like, I've never hitchhiked. I was like, we'll go together. Like,
it's great. You should try it.
But legit though, we got this lady who picked us up who was going all the way to Salem, and she was like this super like queer feminist chick who was like, fuck yeah, get in my car. And we were just like, you're a badass bitch. She was like,
hell yeah,
attorney lady, and yeah,
perfect
great.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So All right.
Okay.
So once you get your shredding done, what do you?
Yeah, back
what do
to
you,
my
what do you-
day.
What do you eat? Like when you get hungry,
Oh yeah.
what's that part?
It depends
look like?
on how I'm feeling. Like if I've been doing good and doing like grocery shopping, then I have like my cooler and I'll have like hummus and spinach and eggs and cheese or like fake chorizo and I'll just kind of scramble it up or
You got a little stove?
yeah, I've got little stuff. It's all tucked away.
Cool.
But yeah, I'll make like some foodage. Yeah, I do like straight like I said, spinach usually, egg, cheese, just something that's like substance.
Do you have different people that you can just go snatch stuff off their yard?
Off their yard.
Our neighbor has peach tree, and he's like, just
sweet.
take whatever you
What a
want.
sweetie. Well, I guess it depends where I'm at. Like, I've got friends that, I'm not very good at money. Like, I'll just be like, I'm hungry, buy food kind of thing sometimes. Like, yesterday, I didn't cook anything. I was just like, burrito.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, there's also like a way to eat really cheap.
Yeah.
And that's a
Grocery outlet,
fun
market.
game. Yep.
Wheeler Dealer, duh.
Fun game. Dude, Wheeler Dealer is the shit.
Dude, Wheeler Dealer makes
So
gross out
good.
look expensive.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
Well,
go.
sometimes you go there and you're like, oh, this package is open.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an extra gamble there, but at 30 cents, it's
Totally fine.
how much of a gamble is that?
Yeah.
But so anytime I come through Salem, I stock up on those 3-for-1 granola bars, different kind of like Cliff Bars they have.
Dude, I'm in there
Dude,
all the time.
I have a bin full of Cliff Bars from Wheeler that I just because that's my like
3 for $1.
dude 3 for $1 Cliff Bars.
They're like
33
$2
cents.
each if you
Anywhere
go somewhere else.
Anyways, don't tell people, then people are gonna. Anyways,
People are gonna blow up our spot.
but yeah, so like that's good for. I do a lot of bars just because I'm like I don't have time to eat, but I need food. Shove bars in my mouth or an apple.
Oh, I
peanut
thought you
butter
meant
or
like
something.
go to a bar.
No, not really. Not my thing.
I'll go get bar food to save money.
Yeah. No, like bars, like Cliff Bars and banana or something, just whatever. I don't know. I feel like I eat in the middle of the day because like I have to be alive.
Yeah.
But it's
Doesn't
not.
it suck?
It's
Okay.
not like pleasure. Pleasure for me is at night in bed, like chips and cookies or
There you
some
go.
shit. You know, that's like
Ice
pleasure
cream and
eating.
shit.
But daytime, I'm like, leave me alone. I'm trying to live.
So you have the same kind of opinion that I do. Is like I don't like eating.
Yeah. Oh, I like eating alone, like I said, late at night, pleasure town. Not because I
Eating
need
by
to
myself in
sustain
my car?
life. Yeah.
Dude, that's the shit. But like I don't
in my
like
car bed.
yeah, when I have to eat and I understand that like it's interrupting my day, like you're
Yeah.
saying.
Because it doesn't
I-
feel like a choice. You're like,
And I'm like,
fuck you.
I
You
don't
work for
taste
me,
this.
body.
Like I'm not.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta
just-
stay alive.
yeah.
I'm shaking again. Like, yeah. For sure.
I want just a pill that has all the stuff in it. Like give me my protein, but I mean like sure vitamins, but
Yeah.
no, I want
I
a
want eating
filler
to be
pill
like
or-
a hobby where you're like, I'm an eater. And they're like, really? I didn't think you'd be somebody who likes to eat.
Yeah, no, I actually stopped eating.
Like pleasure eating, you know, or sleeping too, where you're just like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, I don't
sleeping,
like
whatever.
eating, sleeping, or pooping. I don't mind because I do other things while I do it because I just
Yeah.
have to. That's when I do my phone stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just it interrupts my day. Usually when I start doing like editing work, that's when I swear my body's like, now you gotta take a shit,
You're just like,
man.
who works for who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I just take my computer and sit there on the toilet for 2 hours.
Do you really?
No.
I was like, you got hemorrhoids, boo.
No.
2 hours.
I can't do that. I'll sit there for a little while, like 20 minutes max.
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah. So yeah, I eat food because I have to. That's the part of the story.
mm-hmm. I think most people are in that boat.
Yeah.
Most people have to eat food.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, once you have your lunchy, you just come back to shred it up until you're.
Yeah. The thing about skate park world is that because of the internet, either I'm already connected to people,
Yeah.
like when I'm coming, like, hey, I'm going to be in Redmond, Oregon, if anyone wants to skate with me, and there'll be people who I already know or who follow me on social media who show up and be like, hey, my name's Durber, and I'll be like, cool, and then I make friends, and so it's not just skating, it's like we sit in the shade, like.
Yeah, you have this
whatever.
crazy skill of
People.
just
being-
outgoing,
Yeah.
whatever that is. Somebody came up, and she's on skates, and you're like, hell yeah, roller skates, and you guys just talk.
Yeah.
Immediately. And
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
That's how it is.
That's a
Especially
stranger.
with
What are you
roller
doing? That's a
skating.
stranger.
Yeah, no. Everyone's
supposed
my
to do that.
friend. Especially like roller skating,
Yeah.
especially women at the skate parks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I
And,
feel I I mean, I honestly feel like you've done a lot to push that scene, and it's
Cool.
fucking awesome.
So
It
cool.
really is cool. Yeah, I mean, you've been in the news.
Yeah.
Like,
Was I? Oh, for roller derby.
Oh, you were in the news at Silverton Skate Park. Weren't you like?
Was I?
Yeah.
It's Silverton?
I swear I saw that. There's a whole article about like positivity for people doing roller skates at the skate park, and like, hey, if anybody wants to be, like, just it's all forms of people get to
Okay.
come skate here. What the fuck? You don't remember being like
Are
on
you
the
sure?
news talking to a camera, being
I
like,
don't think that
I swear to God, you're like, yeah, I'm so happy that like it's a good scene, like anybody who's like femme presenting, and like it's just such.
It was me. Maybe it's another roller skater.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who
There's
look
a
just
lot
like
of
you
roller skaters
that I follow on the internet.
I did a thing here at Kaiser recently for like Women's History Month, but it was like a YouTube and like a local thing. It wasn't on the news, but did like an interview and was just like roller skating.
Maybe that's what it was, but
Yeah. It was pretty.
I'm pretty sure it
profesh.
was in Silverton.
Oh, okay. It wasn't me then.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
it was you for sure, but it might not have been Silverton.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then it was here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was on Fox for roller derby. That was cool. And you know what was so sick about that was I just so happened to have a black eye that week from playing roller
Hell
derby.
yeah.
So it was just like legit like, this is roller derby. Yeah, I got a black eye. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, so I already either know people just through the social
Mm-hmm.
media web, or like you said, I'm just like, hi, who are you? I roller skate and I look like a girl, and they're like, me too, and I'm like, sick, we're friends. And then
Yeah,
and then we'll skate all day. And
It's
then
so
just
cool to
laugh
see
and-
that thing that like little kids do happen to adults.
Oh yeah.
And like, oh, we're just near each other.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
friends
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Totally.
awesome. Because like with me, I'm like, what are you up to? What's
Yeah, and
what's
it's-
going on inside there? I
for
don't.
sure.
like,
And adults, I know a lot of adults who have a hard time like making friends once
Yeah.
you grow up with it, because it's like, who are you exposed to? Your coworkers, and you're like, narcs, whatever. You don't want to necessarily be friends with your coworkers, and then you have like your partner, but you're like, I want to kind of separate that too. You don't want that to be like your only friend, and like, I think adults have a hard time finding new friends, and to me, I'm like, how do you want some of mine? Like, I just go to the park.
my friends runneth over.
But it's not necessarily everyone. I definitely think that has to do with my just like, I can't help it. I'm just excited. I mean, it's not
you've
just chicks on
always
roller
been that way.
skates. I mean, anybody. And actually, though, the response I get sometimes is definitely I can tell people are like kind of like, who, what? I'm just here, and you don't have to necessarily talk to me. And I'm like, are you sure? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just super friendly. I like people.
I appreciate that, because it's really hard to be the first person to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's so great having that, relationship between two people.
Yes.
It's great.
The unity, the common unity. Wheels,
Yeah, dude.
bearings,
Wheels, bearings,
trucks,
fucking scabs.
scabs,
Everybody's got scabs.
lacerated labias.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks for bringing that back up. Okay, so there is a story that Chandra was telling me before.
And he was like, hey.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I hate doing this, but please pause this, and then we will.
Please shut up.
We will continue this later once it's recording. Thanks for joining us here on the Podchaost. Did you know that you can head over to our YouTube page and hit that subscribe button? You should, it helps. Here on the Podchaost, we like to have fun with our comedian friends. Whether that's playing video games, making stupid jokes, doing some stupid stunts, and just having some fun adventures along the way. The Podchaost. Check it out. So, there's a loopy in
Oregon.
Newport in a skate park.
It's literally called a loopy.
Is
Yes.
it?
No.
Oh, I was like, dude,
It's a
awesome.
loop, yeah. In Newport, yeah.
And
the skate park.
and if you're thinking like, what's a loop? It's a loop. It's just a tube, right?
yeah, it's like a concrete circle, and so you like it's like a wave. So you come up through.
It's a loop. It's awesome. So you were gonna go do it.
Okay, well, I was on a skate trip with these two dudes who were like rippers, like skating for like a bajillion years, so badass. And I was just a lot of times just like witnessing their badassery. And
you skate with some good skaters. It's
yeah,
really fun
and,
to watch.
And I've been park skating for 4 years, and there's plenty of times where I'm like, yeah, I've got some confidence, but I was like, damn, you guys are really fucking good. But it was like so rad to watch. And so, anywho, they're like, oh, we're doing this full pipe. So they like come up, stay on their boards, go upside down, and then go out of it. And
They can do that?
Yeah,
on a
I have
skateboard?
They did it. Both of them did it.
Okay.
So badass.
That's insane. I want you to send me those videos.
Okay, I will. Yes.
Also.
And so then I was like, okay, I want to. I don't think I'm gonna do it like that. Calm down. But I was like, I want to find a way to like fuck with this. So I was like coming up, jumping up backwards, and trying to like basically cartwheel the whole thing. And I was falling and laughing. And then I went to do it once, and like my legs from the top just kind of fell underneath me, and my body weight slammed down on my wheel.
You're sitting kind of like that when you landed, right?
Yeah, and my back wheel and the metal part that sticks out. Just, I got fucked by my truck.
Lacerated?
I lacerated my labia. Well, okay, so I slam, which I showed you on video, and my face is, oh.
Yeah. Well, okay. Your face goes like, I'm in so much pain.
But I'm
and then
smiling.
Right after that, you're like, because it's just like there's people filming and there's like a bunch of skaters around. Because like, when you eat shit at a skate park, there is a part of it that's like, I'm in so much pain, but everybody's here. So like we all are experiencing this like thing now.
And I don't want to be like, I'm a girl, I got hurt. But I was like, oh, wow.
My balls.
There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain. Like, are you okay? I was like, I don't know. Oh my God, pain. And then I put my hand down, and there's blood on my fingies, and I was like, oh no. And thankfully, the people I was with are like adult human. They weren't like, do you need like me to call a friend? They were just like, get in the van, let me help you. To help and take off my stuff, get up in there, and I'm like, I can't see. And they're like, you're gushing. And I was like, I'm gushing because I can't see. You know, and it was just like pain and blood. So I like hold the towel, and I'm just like, oh. And thankfully, my friend who roller skates as well, but she's a midwife, or she used to be a midwife. She was on the coast as well, like 20 miles up the road. So I call her. I'm like, this thing happened. I don't know what's going on. I think I hit my wheel. It's like bloody. I can't see. Like, how do I clean it? And she's like, get witch hazel, get pads, get ice, blah, blah, blah.
What's witch hazel do?
Witch hazel is like, it helps clean the area without burning because it's only like a small percentage of alcohol versus like straight up alcohol would hella burn A, and then B, it would, I mean, it's a delicate area. You don't want to throw off the pH and stuff. Witch hazel is like very gentle. So everything still gets to stay like it's healthy pH and stuff. But we needed to clean to see what was going on. Because I was like, where am I cut?
Blood.
What's happening? And homeboy's like, no offense, but it's bloody and hairy. I can't see what's going on. And I was like, okay. so yeah, then other dude went and got me pads and towel and ice. But I still I didn't get to see it without, a camera for like almost over a week because I don't have a mirror. I was just like, I would take a photo or ask people like, how is it? Yeah.
You can't look in your rear view.
But anywho, can I show you the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. If you wanna send them to me, I can. That's too much.
Oh.
I was gonna say I can put them on here.
What's your email?
I can put them on here, but I can censor them, which would be kind of funny.
How do you censor it?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know what it looks like.
Okay. I mean, it's a lacerated labia.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm picturing.
Okay, I'm gonna show you two. I'm gonna show you day 1, and I'm gonna show you day 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch my face.
Okay. So. Okay. So. That's where the truck went in, the metal part, and that's all purple. That's not normally like that.
Okay.
That's cut. That's normally one menorah.
Piece.
Yeah, and see inside there, that's all purple. That's not normally purple. That's just from a blood clot. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that's day 1, and then
my face was totally normal just then.
And then it's kind of blurry, but you'll get the idea. So this is day 3. That's. That's not normally like that, all swollen. Like, look at there's normally a hole there, but that's all swollen. That's all purple. That's not normally. Some people's are normally purple. Mine is not. That's all black and bruised, and that's still the hole from where my
that's where your fucking bolt just right there.
I know. But you know what? My friend was like, honey, these things heal so quick. Guess what? I skated the next day. I'm just saying. Like,
just wear a pad.
I wore a pad, and every once in a while, I would be like, is that blood or sweat? I put my hand down, sweat. And I just kept skating. It was okay. It's all tucked away.
That's how it is with me and my butt. Not blood, but poop.
Oh, okay.
Like, is it like, did
you
I
did
just...
a finger check?
I mean, not a finger check, but sometimes you like wiggle around. You're like, is that sweat? Fuck, I hope so. But I'm not gonna... I'll wait till I get home to do that kind of stuff.
It's funny, though, because, I would just do the check, and they're like, are you... Like, they weren't the friends I was with weren't like, oh, are you good? Like, is that blood? But they're like, are you good? Your hand's in your pants. But
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, remember yesterday?
Yeah, no, I'm just checking.
I'm just checking to make
All
sure.
right, we're good.
But yeah, and it's basically all the way. I mean, there's that one spot, that wound
Oh.
is still, it's like a hard spot, but that's the only spot. Everything else is like all cleared up, all the bruising, and yeah. You know what? You can do the slow mo. I don't know how you're gonna censor that though. Like that.
Oh
was,
yeah, no, it's I thought it was gonna be like a picture, and then part of it is your vagina.
No, it was.
But no, the entire picture is a vagina. So no.
Well, there's other parts.
No, just send me the video.
Okay.
And
And the bloody underwear photo.
oh yeah, that'll be great.
Cool. Anyways, well, you know what's so funny is when I shared that online.
That picture?
apparently-
Once again, I get in trouble on Instagram for putting up something that they don't like.
Well, I put on my story like, I wish I could show you guys this photo so you know what it's like, but if you want to know, let me know. And people who roller skate, people who I don't know, but we follow each other, were like, I'm interested. And I was like, okay. Because, I mean, to me, it's a body part. Like, I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Who, you're going to blackmail me with my disgusting, lacerated, like, cut up vagina? Ooh, like revenge porn. I don't care.
But also,
Oh,
like,
God, am I
yeah.
asking? I got to be careful what I say. I'm just like, go for it.
Yeah, blackmail Chandra with that picture of her messed up vagina,
Who?
please.
Here's the thing. It's
Also, there's no
basically-
proof that it's you.
At this point, at this point,
The hair does match.
at this point, if you haven't seen me naked, that's me being naked. Basically, it's like, who hasn't? Do you
That's
know
true.
What I'm saying?
You've had every like party that's been in your house, and like, there's
Everything's
Chandra
naked.
doing her thing.
Oh yeah, but what's bizarre / concerning is how many other people responded like, yeah, one time had to have stitches. Yeah, one time my friend, like, apparently falling on that metal part of your axle happens to other
I mean,
people.
yeah, your shit's right there.
Yeah. Or people who are like, didn't know I had to be scared of this. You just made me have nightmares. And I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like in skateboarding.
Do they make female athletics?
I
mean,
don't
it's not
know.
support,
I don't
but
know.
like a protector.
I was thinking about that because
Would it be
homie
called
I
a
was
cup?
with was like, yo, you got to go back and like, you know, like reclaim it, like get you know.
That's true.
And I was like, in my head,
Doesn't
I'm
that
like,
suck?
I'm wearing a fucking cup.
Doesn't that suck to like know that that's kind of true though?
That I have to go back into it.
Okay, so broke my leg, right?
Yeah.
Bombing a hill in Silverton. You know Silverton?
The big hill by Safeway?
Not Danger Hill.
Okay. It has a name?
It's called Danger Hill.
Which the one you went down?
Oak Street.
Broken
Okay,
Leg Hill?
so you're going into Silverton from like Malala, that direction.
Okay.
You're going in, and you go up the hill. There's a market, and you go down the hill into town.
Okay.
That's the hill I went
Got
on.
it, got
but
it,
I got
got it,
towed
got it.
in by a car, and so I started at
Towed up or in?
towed in. So
To
like,
the hill?
you get pulled.
You didn't need extra speed. Why did you do that?
Because I liked going really, really fast.
Yeah,
It's
tight trucks.
47 was my top speed.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So.
That's like a highway.
Yeah.
That's a 25-mile-per-hour hill. I'll
check
tell
this
you
out.
what. Okay,
It is.
I'm ready.
It's
I'm ready.
sure.
I'm ready.
It
Check
sure
it
is.
out. Check it out.
So I was pulling. This was pretty common for me. Different hills though, I would just pull in, toe in bombing, and so I'd go really fast as I can. That kind of stuff.
Shaved
And,
legs. Me.
So fun. It was my favorite, but ate shit. Broke my leg really bad. I couldn't walk for
From a vehicle, right?
Yeah, got ran over by a van.
He got ran over by
Cherry
you missed
City
that
electric van. Yeah, my hand touched the side of it, and I remember like, And then
Last thing I will
next
think about.
next thing I woke up, and they're like, I remember them cutting off my shirt, and I was like, what's going on?
Oh,
They're
you
like,
blacked out?
You've been. Oh, I
Did
had
you
a
hit your head?
I had a grand mal seizure. Yeah.
Oh, you okay.
Oh yeah. So I was
You
like,
saved this for
I was all
my
blah,
reaction.
blah, blah, blah. I was all goofing off, and
Just
my,
goofing.
My brain's different now.
Yeah, I wasn't not
'Cause-
surprised.
Well, they said like, hey, your brain might be a little bit different after this.
Yeah.
Because you hit your head really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And my friends were like, oh yeah, you're a little bit different now. And my mom and sister were like, you're way different. You're way more impulsive and like all this like crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's your fucking brain.
Yeah. So
there's so many things.
So after all that, couldn't walk for a year. Crutches, cane, all that stuff. Because it was a double compound fracture right here. Both of the bones came out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, super cool.
It's kind of good you don't remember all of it.
Yeah. Huh, yeah.
Oh my
but
God.
my friend who towed me in,
So
he's behind me
traumatized.
clocking my speed. Yeah, so he's clocking my speed in the car, but he watches it all happen
Traumatizing.
right behind me. Yeah, so he's kind of fucked.
His brain's not the same.
So I'm in the hospital, and then a
Oh my
cop
God.
comes in.
Oh, you got a ticket?
Cop comes in, and goes, "Hey, just so you know, you can't claim this as a like something you got ran over by, like you got hit by a car,
But you did.
You're not a pedestrian at this point." And I was like, "Okay, keep going." And he's like, "You were speeding."
Only in Silverton, I swear to God.
I was speeding. I was going. So if you double the speed limit,
Yeah, it's 25.
if you double the speed limit, it's a misdemeanor. If you triple the speed limit, it's a felony. I didn't triple, but I did double it.
Yeah.
I didn't get in trouble, but it was to the point where I could not sue the company.
That's insane.
So I can't sue. I can't press any sort of charges because I was.
Okay, so what happened? You fell then they ran you over? Or you got hit?
I was in traffic, and the Cherry City electric van was kind of toward the bottom of the hill, so I was I got plenty of time.
They were in your lane, though, going the same direction?
I was behind them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, going, and then they're way up there, but then this yard lawn maintenance
piece of shit
pulls out, and so they have to slow down, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to go around this van going this fast.
And you're going so fast, it's not like you're like, I'm just going to jump off now. Like, I've seen those hill bombing videos.
Right. So I tried to go around the van and turn a little bit, but the van just started going again, and so I just kind of hit the side of it, and then my knee was on a curb and my foot was on the ground, and the van went right here in the middle. And so, just did one of those.
Oh, no.
And my foot was completely backwards.
Ew.
Completely
Stop.
backwards.
With the bone out.
Yeah, both bones right out.
And you were goofing.
And I was goofing.
Oh, no.
So, but
okay,
that all happened.
Okay.
And then,
so what? You were just stuck with all these bills? Like, there was
I
nothing?
had a $54,000 bill, which is actually not that much for
what happened?
for spending 6 days in the hospital.
Okay.
So that's actually not that bad.
Okay. You still paying that off? Okay.
No, because I had my car insurance.
Oh.
Helped cover it.
Because if you're not a pedestrian, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, so I was considered a vehicle, and I used my
loophole,
personal
baby.
injury protection.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of that helped me out. So I ended up having like a $4,000 bill at the end of it.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
So
and a brain that's never the same.
I had to me, for I don't know why, go do it again.
Oh, because you had to. Yeah, well, because then otherwise you'll forever have this thing in your head of like the fear and the whatever.
Yeah, what did it do to me?
You had to reclaim
that
it.
whole thing. So I went and did it again, and
got a speeding ticket.
No, I just went and did it, and then I went and told a couple people that had forever told me, if you ever do that again, I'll be so fucking mad. And so I was just like, hey, this is the last time.
You have to tell him after once you're okay.
Oh, I did.
Not before.
Yeah, I told him once it was done. I was like, hey, I just went and bombed Oak Hill again. So
now I'll never do it again.
Yeah, nope. But
damn,
pretty sweet. I was looking over the police reports.
That's so sketch.
A little bit ago, and I was like, I got my other 2 bolts in there that I've had taken out. But it's just fun to like read it and be like, just all this like, here's the report. Like, he was on his skateboard, which is a funny thing to think of, someone going on a skateboard.
Yeah.
That fast.
Yeah.
They don't call it a longboard, so.
But I mean,
it's fun. But yeah, there's a few hills in Silverton that are safe if you're really good at longboarding to bomb really good, and you can do tow-in bombing.
Wow. But yeah, in my head, why would you need to? But
because
you want to go really fast.
Well, because if you start going, the wind and just your board slows you to a maximum speed, and you can't go faster.
What's the maximum? Like 35? That's a lot.
Probably something like that.
That's still a lot.
But I wanted to go faster. Yeah. Dude, when you feel your face go like that, oh, it's so cool.
Oh, my gosh.
You have your arms back, and you're all down, and you just look like a dork, but you're going so fast.
Do you wear the gloves?
And then, that's usually for sliding.
Okay.
I never got into sliding because going fast and laying down on a skateboard, that's different.
Damn.
You can't do that.
No helmet. You're whack.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing a helmet.
I caught on to that when you said you hit your head so bad that you started goofing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was goofing pretty hard.
Although I'm definitely not like helmet police, because that's really annoying because you're an adult. Oh, you were an adult, right? Or you 17?
I was 18.
Oh yeah, so you're an adult. You can do whatever you want, whatever. But I will say, if I was trying to go down a hill where a vehicle was pulling me to maximum speed, I'd consider a helmet, but I don't know.
Yeah, didn't
not a
even really
doctor.
didn't even really consider it. I mean, like, I hadn't fallen that badly yet.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty good at this, so I should be good.
Yeah.
And if the van wasn't there, I would have just been fine.
Fucking van.
Would have been fine.
Fuck.
Have you? What's your? No, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, what's one of your worst injuries that you've had? But we just spoke about it.
Oh yeah, that one, and then I broke my elbow. But I mean, that wasn't even. I didn't even know it was broken for like an hour.
Did you just hit it on the concrete really hard?
I was on a wooden ramp, which is funny because it's known to be like not that hard. But I was just doing a trick I always do, just 180, and I just like I was here and then I was on the ground. But I had like the sweater and I couldn't see, but I was just like, I like laid there for a second and I was like, okay, like I didn't hear a pop. I was like going through these things like, am I okay? Did I hit my head? People around me, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, totally. And then I got up and just I knew that I couldn't. I wanted this tight to me. But I couldn't see because I had this fucking sweater on. And so I just kind of sat there for a while, like drink some water. And then I was like, I'm starting to feel a little nauseous. I'm like, that's not a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was feeling weird. And then I was like, because I'd skated to this park. So then I called my housemate. I was like, can you come pick me up? I took a bad slam and I feel really weird. She came to pick me up. She okay? I'm like, I don't know. I just can't see what's going on. Like I need this fucking sweater off me, but I can't take it off because I don't want to move this. So then I show up and my other housemate's like, let me help you. And she like helps me take it off. And then she sees it and she goes, oh, it's dislocated. Because it was like, it was like out. Like it wasn't out of the skin, but you could see.
Oh, just it's poking.
Just a little pokey poke. And I was like, oh no.
Nope.
And so then, I mean, that was the major part of it. Once they popped that thing back in, it didn't even hurt. But there was the two pieces broken on the side that basically keep it in place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be in a cast and whatever. I'm very lucky. I've hit my head sometimes in derby. That isn't great. And like you said, it kind of can mess with your thing. I feel like my memory is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been like teenage drug abuse too, compounded with head injury. But yeah, I've been very lucky to not. So yeah, just lacerated labia, broken elbow.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so like, you probably don't have any trouble falling asleep, do you?
No.
Because I mean, you're pretty busy all day, so
Yeah.
it's not like you're just sitting and kind of getting anxious and making yourself,
Yeah.
wiggly.
Yeah,
You're going and expelling all of your energy.
For sure. Yeah, and I really like mornings because I'm like, it's corny, but I'm like, it's a brand new day. Oh my gosh, there's so much possibility in the whole world. So I like to go to sleep so that I can wake up. And and I like
that's great.
And I dream a lot. I like dreaming. You go to another world and go live another life.
So you don't smoke a lot of pot?
I don't smoke weed like ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which people are surprised by. I'm like, really? Do you talk? Have you been around me? I'm like,
Yeah.
do I seem like I smoke weed? I just trim it, and I have hairy armpits. But
I guess, yeah, you don't seem like you smoke weed, no.
But people are always surprised. I think just because everybody does.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But yeah, no, I've heard that can like kind of either you don't remember your dreams or like suppress them. But no, I like sleeping because
I think it's a suppression.
Yeah.
Because if you don't smoke weed, then it's like unkinking the hose, and then it comes the first couple weeks, I assume, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
Couple weeks.
I'm not willing to go there.
Yeah.
I'll smoke my dreams away. But yeah, apparently the first couple weeks of dreaming is just intense and usually not great. It's like it's all your anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's super intense. But once you get past 2 weeks, which no thanks, it'll even out.
Dude. Okay. So you have teeth falling out dreams, right? The anxiety ones.
I have. Yeah.
Okay. So in 1 week, last week, I had twice in 1 week the teeth fall out dreams, but one of them, teeth are falling out, and I'm just like, oh God. And then I was like, oh wait, this is a dream. I'm having anxiety in a dream. Wake up. So then I wake up.
Uh-oh.
But then my teeth are still falling out, and I'm like, oh no, this is real life. So then I had to accept it. And then I actually woke up, and I was like, that was fucked. That was like dreamception, anxiety, life thing.
Yeah. No
yeah.
thanks.
But anywho.
I wonder what the teeth falling out dream means.
It's like lack of control, or I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Vanity. I've always just, it's been associated
both of those.
with.
Damn it. Yeah, I've never stopped smoking weed.
You can't make me.
Yeah, my teeth will just dissolve.
I just feel like with mine.
Choke on the sand of them.
I feel like it's me prepping your, like, one day this will happen, Chandra, and I just want you to be ready. Is my subconscious.
But all your
trying
teeth
to
fall
prepare
out?
me. Yeah, because when it happens, I'm just gonna be like, I've had this happen already 20 times.
Yeah.
You know, which okay.
You'll probably just make it. You'll probably put them in like studs on a jacket or something.
Put them in my
That's not a bad idea.
all my other bones and teeth. And
There you
stuff.
go.
I will say this has not happened to me yet, but before I started skating, when I saw people like with chipped or missing teeth, I was just like, oh yeah, like bar fights. Guaranteed they skate. Guaranteed. So many people fuck. I mean, it's a bone. So many people fall and fuck up their face.
Yeah, I have these two right here, maybe my two front teeth, and the one left of it, are half fake.
All from one
When
incident.
I fell, yeah.
Dude,
hit
that
my
was
face.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
I got a cool scarlet right. It's like right there.
Yeah,
the
right
hairline.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So my face used to have just like scarring right here, and so like my beard grows. It grows okay now, but it used to grow like I just have a bald spot right there.
Yeah.
But
which I mean is common anyways for dudes, I hear.
Yeah.
Just missing certain patches, you know.
Yeah, and it's a nightmare. Which is it's stupid
just
that
smoke
like
weed, dude. Make the nightmare go
there
away.
There we go. Yeah. Fix it.
Damn. So you already know that story. You already know. That's so scary. Yeah, but it makes sense. It's a bone. It's a teeth. It's a thing.
But I would recommend anybody to, if you feel like breaking your leg or something like that, go for it because you get to do a cane, and a cane is pretty awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty great. It sucks. Like, I used a cane probably 6 months longer than I should have.
Because the way it made you feel or the way people treated you or what?
People would stare and be like, that's stupid. But I loved it. I loved having a thing. It's just
Did you
cool
get like a hat and like a little swagger?
I had two canes. One of them was just
at the same time?
kind of regular. Yeah. No. I
mean, like that's called crutches.
I had two. I had two canes that were.
They're canes.
That were. One was like really functional, and one was a pipe. Like I could unscrew the top, and then I could smoke weed out of it like this.
Oh my god!
And so it was
Get
cool.
out of here.
Yeah, it was great.
Jeez. So when I was in a cast, I was working at a coffee shop downtown, and the cast part was annoying because everybody and their mom's like, you're in a cast, I've been in a cast, let me tell you about my cast situation. And you're just like, shut the fuck up, what kind of coffee do you want? But then I got a brace that was like, it looked like a robo arm, so it had like a plastic piece
I
here.
remember that.
And that was great because people didn't know if that was something that was temporary or long term for me, and it made them
like,
really
is
uncomfortable.
that her arm now?
Yeah, exactly. So they would be like, hello, can I get coffee? And I'd just be like, yeah, don't talk.
I think I might have done the opposite. I was like, what's up, robot?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I'm the kind of person who walks up to someone. See, I'm like that with I'm the way you are with people on skates, but with injuries.
With things that make people uncomfortable.
Like, how'd that happen? Because like I mean, when people would come up to me and ask how I broke my leg, there was part of it that was like I had to figure out if they were like, I don't know, just their tone about it. If they're like actually wanting to have a conversation, or they're just like, what happened?
Point out.
I don't know. You can tell whether or not you want to have the conversation, but like I didn't mind it. When I was on crutches, I was really self-conscious. Crutches, self-conscious. Cane, felt like a badass.
Okay, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. I think that walking boot, once you get in one of those, you feel pretty stupid.
Oh, because it's like you're not
you have to
really
limp.
supposed to walk in it.
You have to limp. Yeah. Well, and it's got the like Nike.
I don't know what the is. I don't know what that means.
You know, it's the pump. So it inflates the whole thing.
Oh, why?
So like, yeah, walking boots, they have a pump where they inflate the whole thing. So it's pushing pressure on your stuff. So like I would swell up like crazy.
Okay.
So I
and
think
the answer to that is to push
just for support.
on it?
Yeah, because there's just like a balloon that would go up and down both sides.
Because you had to have
of it.
surgery and stuff. So not only do you have broken
like
bone, but
3.
you had like open wounds and
this surgery, that surgery, that surgery.
Oh my god, I'm looking at all his scars.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
you
cool.
probably can't see, but scars are like tattoos that you don't get to pick. They're stories in your life that you don't choose. Do you have any tattoos?
I have just this one.
Okay, I was gonna say you're a unicorn, but you're like everybody else.
What?
If you didn't have any tattoos, I'd be like, you're special.
Zach has no tattoos.
Zach, you're so special.
Zach
You're a
Chappell has no
unicorn. Don't get
tattoos.
If you get a tattoo, you're like the rest of us.
Yeah, he was thinking about. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna get any tattoos.
Yeah. 'Cause isn't that funny? It used to be like, why do you have a tattoo now? It's like, why don't you, weirdo?
I think I'm gonna stab him with a pen.
Yeah.
Stab
No,
him.
yeah, then it's like
Ah,
a scab.
there you go.
Oh, but then it becomes a tattoo. Okay,
Yep.
okay, funny.
Mhm.
My dad has, he does not like that I know this, but I always just thought it was like, because he is like veiny, whatever, and he had like this kind of bluish, I mean, there were veins in my head when I was a kid, but in lines, and I was like, that's weird, but I accept you are a father, whatever. And then along the way, I learned that drunken dad in his 20s was like, put my name on my arm, and it's just TOM. But he woke up the next morning and was like, fuck, squeezed lemon juice and just like took one of those like a sponge with the green,
like a Brillo pad.
Brillo, yeah, and just so most of it's gone, but there's so anytime he's just like, you're defacing your body sins, I'm just like, nice Tom tat, Dad, and he's just like, it's not a tat. He gets really upset.
Yeah, my dad has one of those. It's like right here on his
Come on.
hand, and I
Does
was
it,
like,
does it say Dad? What does it
no,
say?
it's a blue dot right there.
Why?
And I used to ask, I was like, so what's the dot about? And he's like, well, in high school basketball, there were 5 of us, and we were all they were tattooing each other with a needle in a 5 in a pentagon, not a circle. So everybody was tattooing each other, and they were gonna make a star because 5 of them.
Yeah.
Basketball
Bros.
Yeah. And
just cut your hand and do a high five like everybody else.
And everybody chickened out, so like he and those dudes all have like just a shitty dot right there on their hand. So I guess
that's actually a cool story.
that works. Yeah,
I think that's actually really rad. Yeah, we're just judging people as they come in.
Yeah,
because this is where we
See,
live.
I want to ask that guy's car how it got its injury.
It's injured.
I don't mean to stare, but tell me how that happened.
But you are in our front yard, so.
So okay, yeah.
Permission to ask.
So when you do, we'll finish this up here pretty quick.
Okay.
But so when you do, go somewhere to go to sleep.
Yeah.
What's your when you get into that mode where you're like, okay, time to go find somewhere to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, depends on where I'm at. If
Right.
I already know, like.
If you're in Salem, you probably have a place.
Yeah, I know, like, my old where I live, like,
Mm-hmm.
blank street, which everybody fucking knows where I live.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll just stay there on the street, whatever, and, like, or if I'm in places that I already know, like, outside of Sisters, I'm like, oh, cool, National Forest, I know this one camp spot that's awesome by the river, like, places that I've already been that I'm aware of spots. Otherwise.
I'll talk to you about some camp spots after this.
Yeah, for sure. Also, there's online websites and resources. Like, I have an app called iOverlander that just says, like, it's basically for a bunch of other hobo folk where it's like, hey, here's free water. Here's where you can camp for free. Here's this. It's just a bunch of resources.
Okay.
So I'll go on there if I'm in an unknown area, or I'll look up, like, BLM land. I'll look up National Forest, or you just kind of drive and you look for, if it's in the city, like, street parking that's not in front of a house, because people are like, who's in front of my house? So, like,
Yeah.
in front of an apartment building is nice because people don't notice. Truck stops, people don't give a fuck. Yeah, just finding spots.
Walmart parking lots?
Ugh.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's a huge thing. I hate it.
Okay.
They're the worst. People straight up live
Right.
like RV
Because you
front
can.
porch because you can.
The Walmart's right
They
there.
love it. You want to know why? Because you go in there, take a poop, get some morning breakfast. You like pay. You like feed into the Walmart machine. Walmart to me is like, hey, do you know what anxiety is? And you're like, no. And it's like, go to Walmart. I hate it. It's the worst. Even just in the parking lot, it's just so bright. And I'm not a fan. But yes, Walmart parking lots, you can camp there as well. But yeah, so then I find a spot. And if I'm in the woods and I'm not worried, I don't like people knowing I'm in there, especially alone. Especially like, I have these curtains, but they're not like foolproof, like you can see in. So I have these lights. But if I'm in like the woods, I'll turn on my lights and I'll like do little crafts or on my phone or chilling or whatever. But if I'm in the city and I don't want people to know I'm in there, I put up on my curtains, and then I close up and then I go to bed.
See, I would think if that car has curtains on it, there's people in it.
But it's a minivan and you'd be surprised how many people walk around life just like kind of glazed over.
That's true.
Now
it really,
I notice.
when you did pull in, it really does look like it's just a minivan. Doesn't look like someone
nobody.
stays in it.
But now I notice. Now that I've like been exposed to other vans and have been in one, all of a sudden now I'm just like,
Oh, you're like,
you live,
that
you
one,
live, you
that
live.
one.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, totally. Like, honed in on it. But, yeah, I don't want people to know I'm in there, though. Like, it makes me, the idea. Once, when I first was trying it out, but I was still living in Salem, I was parked outside of my sister's house, and I had my Christmas lights going, but I had all the curtains, but there's little peak spots, and I heard somebody walk by and be like, dude, look, there's Christmas lights in there, and I was just like, ooh, I'm a human in here. And I didn't like that, so I was like, okay, never again, never in the city.
Yeah, you gotta just get a mask.
Oh.
Get like a scary mask, and then so when people are peeking in your windows, you go blah, blah, blah.
No.
Because that would scare the shit out of me. Ooh, spinny.
Spinny. Yeah,
Cool.
and then I do it all over again.
Yeah, so then you wake up and you go, hey, brand new day.
Yeah.
So much opportunity.
So much opportunity. I gotta shit. Get some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
I do other stuff, you know. I've got like friends and peoples and things. I'm like, I house sit and then I go work a festival event. Like I do other jobby odd things, and I keep myself pretty damn busy, but a lot of it's skating for sure.
Hell yeah.
Or just loitering at skate parks. Yeah. That's my day.
That's one of the best things to do at skate parks.
Yep.
Loiter, watch, and you know what's weird? Okay, so I get to skate parks, and if there's one other person, there's like a kid here, his champion mom right there. This van.
Yes.
Her son is out here riding his bike.
Yeah.
He's been here since 7:30.
And she's chilling.
And she's just chilling in the van.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, go fucking ride your bike. And that's awesome. So cool. Good mom.
It is good.
Great. Well, you know what, Chandra? Thank you very much for being on here with me.
Yeah.
It's great.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And we're going to go skate now. Yeah, there's some stuff to go skate over there.
Wheelie wood.
I'm going to go eat some shit.
Wheel shoes.
Yep. Well, yeah, thank everybody for watching, and see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.